Welcome back to PNC's News Now, and say welcome to what will be the last weather report from Rebecca. I promised myself I wouldn't cry.
You know, our PNC News can make the worst, ugliest tear. You know that cry session all together. Like we just had it like a few minutes ago.
Yeah, because you gave us your very tearful farewell speech.
Well, actually, I'll save that for later.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
You better stay.
So what's going on with weather?
So the weather, the National Weather Service has been saying the trade wind surge will give us some ugly weather this weekend. And finally, here it comes. Boom. Wind surge will increase the wind speed, so it's going to be breezy and cloudy. And the National Weather Service says a small craft advisory as well as high surf advisory will be likely to be issued. So let me show you this picture right here. Woohoo! Expect partly cloudy with isolated showers tonight, and it will get worse as time goes by. Partly sunny and breezy tomorrow, and mostly cloudy and breezy on Saturday. This Saturday, not a good day, huh? But despite the surge, we are only looking at 20% chance of rain as well as isolated showers. So really not much to worry about it. But the NWS does say you can expect showers once in a while. So you go out in water, or you go out and maybe barbecuing this weekend and you see rain all of a sudden, don't worry about it. Maybe it's heavy or light, but it's not going to last that long. And let me show you this wind grid here. Ta-da! Man, I'm telling you, this time it's going to be pretty breezy. Northeast winds 10 to 20 tonight, going up to 25 tomorrow, and on Saturday, it will stay at 25 miles per hour, but direction will change. East winds 15 to 20. And remember, high surf advisory means, you know, the surf is so strong that it will come all the way up to shore, so you want to be really careful and when you're swimming. And please don't go around, you know, don't go near the exposed reef. And small craft advisory means, you know, you want to avoid traveling on a small boat as much as possible. So it's time for a temperature grid here. Woohoo, yeah. Lows near 77 tonight, tomorrow, and on Saturday, and highs around 88 for all 3 days as well. And our source from NWS, and thank you so much, Joanna, for prepping this script. And actually, come here, Joanna. I've been bringing her to the studio,
Welcome.
but it's all because, you know, she's going to be a new weather girl.
Our new
In
weather
case you
girl.
guys haven't already figured it out, yes, Joanna will be taking Rebecca's place as Rebecca leaves us.
Those are fake tears.
But before we go, we want to make sure that you tune in this weekend for
Bingo.
B-I-N-G-O. You want to earn some money this Christmas? Here's a way for it. Please tune in. So what's the price, Rana?
Samsung Galaxy Note 3.
Not one or two. It is
Actually,
3.
4.
Oh, 4.
Even better.
Even better, yes. And tablet as well, and Joanna owns one, and just like I said, she is pretty much addicted to it, cannot get out of it.
So I'm participating in this demo. Definitely.
Maybe I should stop her. Yeah. And $500 blackout game as well. So please tune in, and also don't go away because I'll be back to say final goodbye before I go. Right? Okay. All right. Janela time.
All right. Well, thank you to the O sisters. One is also a Kim. Thank you. We'll miss you. But she's not leaving just yet. All right, well, Senator Frank Duggan Jr. has introduced yet another bill to roll back raises, but this one would only roll back the raises for senators and not for the governor, lieutenant governor, or attorney general. Senator Mike Nicholas recently introduced a similar measure, one that would have rolled back raises for all elected and appointed officials, except for mayors. That bill failed on the session floor. Only Nicholas and Vice Speaker Cruz voted for the bill. Meanwhile, Vice Speaker Cruz says he will call for a public hearing on this latest measure for the 29th of December. He says this is still enough time to allow it to be heard, reported out of committee, and voted on the session floor.
The new legislature doesn't get inaugurated until the morning of the 5th. This legislature will continue to exist until 9 o'clock on the morning of the 5th before the inauguration of the next. And anytime after that, we can come back into session to address the 436 and to adjourn sine die. but we fully intended to be in session that last week for the purpose of receiving any vetoes that the governor may have of the bills that we've passed.
And Vice Speaker Cruz says they can deal with Senator Uggan's bill at that time as well.
Lawmakers passed several bills yesterday and continue to discuss and move even more bills to the voting file today. So far, senators passed 22 bills during this session, including a measure that would allow animal quarantine facilities to use concrete and solid metal walls in place of perimeter fencing, and a measure that would assess fines to politicians who fail to take down their political signs in time. Today, lawmakers moved a number of bills to the voting file, including Bill 413, which would lower the statute of limitations on the collection of taxes to 10 years. Senators will resume session tomorrow.
Well, the Sorensen Media Group is proud to say that a story from the Pacific News Center was featured in CNN. I'd like to say it's mine, but it wasn't. It was our assistant news director, Clinton Rigel's story in a lost ancient Chamorro village rediscovered at the Ritidian Wildlife Refuge, shot by our photog Ellen. There's Clinton right there, acting busy as usual. The video is featured in CNN's Trending Now video playlist, which exhibited an ancient laddie site complex found by University of Guam archaeologist Dr. Mike Carson. The studies on the ancient village would lead to new discoveries regarding ancient Chamorro life during the laddie period. Refugee rangers say this find comes as a surprise and that plans are underway to submit a revised application that was previously submitted to the State Historical Preservation Office to include this site on the National Register of Historic Places. For anyone who wants to view the full story, the link to the CNN page can be found at our website at pacificnewscenter.com. And congratulations, Clint.
Thank you very much. And 'tis the season to be jolly. The Marines and Chinese Chamber of Commerce will help spread Christmas joy through thousands of toys donated to the Salvation Army today. PNC's Roselle Romanes has a story.
Motorcycle engines revved as the Veterans Club of Guam escorted the Marines and their truck full of toys. For the past 6 years, the Marines have made it a tradition to give to the Salvation Army as part of their Toys for Tots program. First-time coordinator Captain Raphael Warfield tells us how he feels about the more than generous donation.
It's work, but it's that good work. You know, it's that work that you feel good about whenever you go home. And it's been an honor and a privilege, and I've learned so much and met a lot of people on the island that I normally would not have come in contact with had I not been in this position. So the Toys for Tots program really has shown me the giving spirit of Guam. And the people of Guam should be very proud of themselves because this truly is their success more so than ours.
What is Captain Warfield holding? He explains.
Named Lance Corporal Anderson, he was the first African-American Marine to be awarded the Medal of Honor for actions in Vietnam, where he sacrificed his life to save his fellow Marines.
It truly is a season of giving. We're here at the Salvation Army. The Marines has just finished donating about 5,000 toys as part of their Toys for Tots program. But that's not it for today. The Chinese Chamber of Commerce is up next.
The organization has managed to collect and donate close to 1,000 toys.
This is a season of giving. And that is the experience that we want to pass along to our families, friends, and even my children. I explain to them, the children are always thinking about receiving, but actually this is a season of giving. So to give back to Guam as a business community, I think this is what we wanted to do, and that's why we support the Salvation Army.
The collected toys will be separated and categorized into the appropriate age group and gender. They then will be displayed in what the Salvation Army calls Santa Stash this year, much like a toy shop where less fortunate families choose which toys they like. Distribution will start this Saturday. Roselle Romanes, PNC News.
All right, thanks, Roselle, for that toyful report. Well, stay tuned. Blake is next with sports.